Well, I received a disturbing but true and something we pretty much have known email about 9 things that could disappear in our lifetime. Well, you know, it is true, but when you see it, you know, detailed out like this, you realize, oh wow, the post office. Get ready to imagine a world without the post office. They are so deeply in financial trouble that there is probably no way to sustain long term. And it says, email, FedEx, UPS have just about wiped out the minimum revenue needed to keep the post office alive. Most of your mail every day is junk mail and bills. Alright, then you go down here, number 2, the check. Britain is already laying the groundwork to do away with checks by 2018. It costs the financial system billions of dollars a year to process checks. Sorry if I'm having to go back and forth here. Plastic cards and online transactions will lead to the eventual demise of the check. This plays right into the death of the post office. If you never paid your bills by check or by mail and never received them by mail, the post office would absolutely go out of business. The newspaper, the younger generation simply does not read the newspaper. They certainly don't subscribe to a daily delivered print edition that may go the way of the milkman and the laundryman. As for reading the paper online, get ready to pay for it. The rise in mobile internet devices and e-readers has caused all of the, sorry guys, newspaper and magazine publishers to form an alliance. They have met with Apple, Amazon, and the major cell phone companies to develop a model for paid subscription services. Oh joy. The book, of course we know with the Amazon Kindle and all the other little gizmos and gadgets out there. You say you'll never give up the physical book that you hold in your hand and turn the literal pages. I said the same thing about downloading music from iTunes. I wanted my hard copy CD, but I quickly changed my mind when I discovered that I would get albums for half the price without ever leaving home to get the latest music. The same thing will happen with books. You can browse a bookstore online and even read a preview chapter before you buy. And the price is less, which I found to be true because I have a Kindle, than half that of a real book. And think of the convenience. Once you start flicking your fingers on the screen instead of the book, you find that you are lost in the story. Can't wait to see what happens next, and you forget that you're holding a gadget instead of a book. Okay, now, one thing that I have found out with these touchscreen books is, what about the blind person? Bless their hearts. Of course, I guess now they have the audio books, so I guess that wouldn't even really be an issue anymore. They don't even have to learn Braille. I was just wondering, I mean, trying to, you know, finagle a touchscreen in the dark, I realized, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm touching here. So I just wondered the same thing. The landline telephone, we all know that that's, you know, becoming a thing of the past. Unless you have a large family and make a lot of local calls, you don't need it anymore. Most people keep it simply because they've always had it. But you are paying double charges for that extra service. All the cell phone companies will let you call customers using the same cell provider for no charge. We all know that. Music. This is one of the saddest parts of the change story. The music industry is dying a slow death. Not just because of illegal downloading, it's the lack of innovative new music being given a chance to get to the people who would like to hear it. Greed and corruption is the problem. The record labels and the radio conglomerates are simply self-destructing. Over 40% of the music purchased today is catalog items, meaning traditional music that the public is familiar with. So yeah, older established artists. This is also true on the live concert circuit. To explore the fascinating and disturbing topic further, check out the book Appetite for Self-Destruction by Steve Knopper and the video documentary Before the Music Dies. Okay, and then we have the television. Revenues to the networks are down dramatically. not just because of the economy. People are watching TV and movies streamed from their computers. And they're playing games and doing lots of other things that take up the time that used to be spent watching TV. Primetime shows have degenerated down to lower than the lowest common denominator. Cable rates are skyrocketing and commercials run about every 4 minutes, 30 seconds. I say good riddance to most of it. It's time for the cable companies to be put out of their misery. Let the people choose what they want to watch online and through Netflix. Now, I have a thing to say about that. Sometimes we do watch the primetime shows, but not when it's on TV because we are busy, so we catch it online. So, but who cares? I like reruns too. I like, things that are available only through internet. I love my YouTube channels to watch and things like that. Anyway, just my thoughts. The things that you own. Oh yeah, this is weird. Many of the very possessions that we used to own are still in our lives, but we may not actually own them in the future. They may simply reside in the cloud. Today, your computer has a hard drive and you store your pictures, music, movies, documents. Your software is on a CD or DVD, and you can always reinstall if it need be. But all of that is changing. Apple, Microsoft, and Google are all finishing up their latest cloud services. That means that you click an icon, it will open something on the internet cloud. If you save something, it will be saved from to the cloud, and you may pay a monthly subscription fee to the cloud provider. I'm sorry, I lost my line. In this virtual world, you can access your music on your books or whatever is on your cloud. And you may pay a monthly subscription fee to well, crap. I'm sorry. I've lost my lines here. Basically, you actually own any of this stuff, or it will be able to disappear at any moment in the big poof. Oh, they're asking, do we actually own it? Yeah, okay, I got you. Will most of the things in our lives be disposable and whimsical? It makes you want to run to the closet and pull out that photo album, grab a book from the shelf, or open up a CD case and pull out the insert. Sorry if I got a little bit. Okay, it says in this virtual world you can access your books or your music or whatever from any laptop or handheld device. That's the good news. But will you actually own any of this stuff? Okay, that's where I got lost in my paragraph. I just wanted to reread that for y'all. And of course, number 9, privacy. If there ever was a concept that we can look back on nostalgically, it would be privacy. That's gone. It's been gone for a long time anyway. There are cameras on the street in most of the buildings and even built into your computer and cell phone. But you can be sure that 24/7 they know who you are and where you are, right down to the GPS coordinates and the Google Street View. If you buy something, your habit is put into a zillion profiles and your ads will change to reflect those habits, and they will try to get you to buy something else again and again. All we have that can be changed are memories. And that can't be changed are memories. Sorry, it's hard to read because I'm reading through the camera instead of reading the screen. But yeah, we all know this, but to see it actually put out there like that, it's really, yeah, you're right. These things are disappearing. Everything is becoming, we're all becoming into a virtual world of the internet. It's almost like you won't exist if you don't have the internet. And it's so strange because if we hit Google and search for something, basically the topics come up based on your history of what you have been looking for. And so it's almost like we'll all be categorized into groups of people by what we are interested in, and so we won't even all be have access to the same stuff on the internet. I know it's hard to explain, but I've seen that before. I could go my computer, I can hit Google or YouTube or things like that, and things come up based on what I've been searching. Go to my dad's computer,